Hey everyone. It is J&A with the Let's Get Loud podcast. Hello.
Hi,
My
you
Zoom just did like a refresh look and I was like, where's the recording button? Now it says record on my right and not my left. Alicia.
panic. I saw panic in her
Yeah, I
eyes,
was
you
like,
guys.
oh, my computer is low in space.
Ooh.
However, it typically like warns me before I
Okay.
press things. So like we'll just go with it.
Okay.
You know how I like to risk it?
Yeah. A space, eh? Why is that such hard work? And then when you save it somewhere, where is it? It's in the cloud. Where is it?
Where's the cloud? In the clouds.
How do I get to the cloud?
It's very far.
Ask Jeff.
Remember that time I lost 18,000 pictures?
You really took that really well.
Yeah, I don't like to stay in a space of sadness long enough.
No, but like you really took that one real well.
Yeah, I'm not I don't hold on to like of course I think it was more like social media. I was like, "Ah, it's so good when you have a lot of pictures and you post," but like memories, like I do enjoy seeing pictures, but I'm not someone that like holds on to like
I
old
know.
like I'm
And
not
like,
I'm not like that.
how often do I look back on my phone at old pictures? Like, never. Do you know what I
I
mean? They're on my phone. Do I look back at them? No.
yeah, no, yeah,
I actually, do you look at your memories like on Facebook? Do you look at your
I
memories
do.
every day?
Not every, like I don't go out of my way, but if it is a notification and I see
Okay.
it, I'll click on it. Like you have
Okay.
a memory with Jeff Cormier and Alicia today. I'll be like, oh, what's the memory? So often that's how I re-find my kids' pictures.
Right.
Know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that was like, so I just like save it.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I just like was like, I just like accepted it. There's nothing I could do,
Yeah.
much in the embracing phase. And then I was like, look at all this space I have for another 8,000 pictures.
Silver lining. I won't need the cloud for a
I
while.
won't need the cloud. Yeah, no, we definitely connected my pictures after that with the cloud
Okay.
guys when my phone died. That's what happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Crashed.
Just
And
crashed.
it crashed and it wasn't connected. And we didn't know. I didn't know. It's not like I was like risking it. I didn't know. So maybe you guys
Mhm.
want to have a look at that and see if your cloud is actually connected to your pictures and not just fakely connected. I don't know how it works.
So
Yeah.
much.
You know how I am. Like I don't like to keep, like you give me a Christmas card, it goes straight in the garbage.
I just don't give her Christmas cards anymore.
No, I don't want your Christmas cards,
No,
anyone.
she doesn't. She'll actually literally put it like she doesn't even like bring it home and then put it somewhere. It's not gonna make it to her house.
No, straight in the garbage, especially if there's like just words in it. No,
Okay.
there's a
Right.
long letter. I do keep like cards that are like more like deeper, like thank you
Okay.
so much for like thank you cards. I keep those. But like happy holidays from the Hawkins,
Yeah.
just say it to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. I know you're wishing me happy holidays, Alicia.
What if it's someone that has a photo of their family, like they got professional photos done?
And they send it to the people.
Yeah.
Out of respect, Alicia, I will
Yeah.
put the picture in
Okay.
my tree.
Okay. Wow, your
Yeah.
treat.
Like it becomes a decoration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah. I put it in my tree. And then once the tree's gone, like it goes in the garbage.
Right.
Yeah. But I will not put the card in the tree, but I'll put the picture in the tree.
Okay.
I only have one friend that does that.
Okay.
And it's Christine. And obviously, like Christine and her family is like family to me. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, look at them. So cute. They keep growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do enjoy the picture. The picture is okay. Yeah.
Before we know it, we're gonna be decorating Christmas trees.
I know. I'm like totally embracing Christmas this year. Like I'm excited. Like there's a little bit.
Remember you last year? Do you remember you last year?
Do you remember you? It's like a winter wonderland in my home.
Every time I went to your house, there was a new area
Decorate.
decorated with binomes.
Benoms, yeah, tons of benoms. Yeah, I did invest in some new decorations last year. You're right. Yeah, embracing the whole like Christmas smell and just like like the yeah, the family blah, 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 in a what I'm not good at is outside. You know what I mean? Like not a lot of effort put outside, but
Sounds
inside
like a
I do
death
enjoy
job.
the Jeff job. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely lights and shit, but like, people that go all out. I really love to go visit their front yard. But that's not us. It's not us. But on the inside, I do enjoy a little bit like of the soft light, and it's the friggin' kids, not Noah, Dia. It's like her standards. Like she decorated her whole bedroom right now, Halloween. And it's like she like went and did like a haul, like a Dollarama haul of all the decorations she bought for Halloween
For her room.
for her room. And like she changed the LED lights to orange. And it's like she really bought really cute things, but like I'm like, so interesting how different she is than I am. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I watch her.
Yeah.
Like I arrived from spin and like her bed's made this morning. It's 6:55 a.m. She put her alarm at 6:35. She's showered. And then I'm like, I don't even make my bed. You know what I mean? So definitely not gonna ask my kids to make their beds. I don't make my bed. So
Piper makes her bed every day
she
too.
does that. It's her standard.
Yeah. No one asks her to do it, and her room is like literally pristine at all times. Like there's nothing on her floor.
Yeah.
She's like,
Same with
and
Dia.
it's so true. It's her standards.
It's her standards,
It's
yeah.
her
Like
standards.
leaves, her hair is all perfect. She smells nice. She like sprays. Like it's like so interesting to me. Like I'm
Okay.
like, wow, it really is like what she likes,
Phoebe's hair is slicked back,
Yeah.
but her room is a disaster.
Yeah. See, they all have
Piper's
their little things.
Piper's room is
Yes.
clean, hair a disaster.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Like she does, she's more like chill on the like physical like look, and then Phoebe's more standards for how she looks, but then her room doesn't give a fuck. I like that. I love that, huh? We're all like different, like we're not one thing,
We're
right?
not one
Not one
thing.
thing, you guys. We
But
are.
poor Piper, her hair is like awkward, like because it's like curly, but not like it's to do curly hair, like really pretty curly hair is
Oh yeah, no,
so much
effort.
work.
Yeah, she's not there. No, no, no.
She's just too young. And like
Yeah,
you have to almost like wash it and wet it like every day. And then you
yeah.
sleep on it. And then it's too
No.
curly to like brush and be straight. So it's just literally a nest.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I see that. She would need to like brush it back and just like do like this with a.
Yes, she could.
She could.
She does
Okay.
her signature hairstyle, she said,
Okay,
is
what is it?
gets me to twist here. And I
Okay.
just put like a thing and she does put a bow in her hair every day.
Oh, that's cute.
And that matches her like jog pant color.
Yeah. Bows are in right now, Leash. Did you know?
And so are jog pants.
Yeah, jog pants as well. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Wow, it is a fun time. Honestly, I really enjoy that. Last night I was getting my playlist ready for this morning and I was doing
Uh-huh.
Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish, Tate McRae, and SZA. So like that vibe of music. Anyways, I was like, oh, something new, something different. And not Jeff, wow. Noah's like, why are you listening to Sabrina Carpenter? Noah, like, I'm like, oh, I'm preparing my spin class for tomorrow morning. Love that he knew that it was Sabrina Carpenter.
Wow.
It's just so interesting. Like
I
Dia was the
know.
one that presented says that to me. Like I didn't know who that was. Even Tate McRae, like she's like, oh, can you she puts in new music, and I'm like, who is this? She's obsessed. Oh, right now she's like into like, oh, he's hot. Oh
Whoa.
yeah. Like Maddox, Batson is like a new artist. He sings like soft country songs. He's 15.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and she puts his music and she's like, he is so hot. That's what she says. And I'm like, and then I'm like, so I asked Funny, who's like in the car, and I'm like, do you think he's good looking? Funny, she's like, mm-hmm. Like you can tell she's not like whatever, and Dia's just way more like vocal about it.
because I've asked my girls, like, do you think he's cute? And they were like, no, gross,
Oh,
meh.
okay.
Like they're not there yet.
Okay, Dia very vocal, who's she thinks is cute and not cute.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
even hot.
But I think that my girls actually do think some of the boys are cute. They just like aren't like
Ready
ready
to
to.
say it. Yeah. Oh, for sure, Bowie. Oh yeah. No, no. And like Dia's boyfriend called the other day and was like, one of his friends really wanted to go out with one of Dia's friends. And Dia was like, oh, she's also interested in him, but she already has a boyfriend and is not. So like it was all this big thing. And then the next day she's like, they did it. Like she broke up with him and now is with this guy. And I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay. And I was like, oh, why is this all happening? Oh my God. And then Dia last night, she said the guy that got broken up with, he sent her a message and it was like, I miss, he misses his girlfriend, the girl, let's call her Joanne. I miss Joanne. And then Dia was like, sometimes we need to be alone for a little bit to really learn what she read me her text and I'm like, that's what you wrote to him. It was like too much. And then he's like, yeah, I really need a girlfriend. I really need a girlfriend. And then she answered and she's like, I told him that like he really needs some space. He needs to let her be and like whatever. I was like, oh my God. Then I asked her, I'm like, do you think you'll be with Jacob? She's been with Jacob since grade 1. And I'm like, do you think you'll really be with Jacob forever? She goes, sometimes there's some really cute guys. And then she really thinks that her friend's brother is really cute. Okay.
Oh God. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
And then I'm like, oh, would you like, do you think he's cute? Like, would you like want to go out with him? Or like, no, like it's just like he's cute. She goes, and I thought she was gonna say, no, I would never go out with him because he's blah blah blah's brother. Like, no, she says, oh no, he's 2 years older. She goes, oh no, like he's 2 years older. I'm not ready to date someone that's older. Like, I just want to stick to my age. It's like, okay, cool.
There's a lot going on there, Jose.
There's a lot going on this side of the
Is she
water.
texting en français ou en anglais?
I felt like last night that was in English. But
Okay, just curious.
yeah, I'm not sure. I feel
Yeah.
both
Because
depends
she's
on how
texting other
inspiring she wants to
francophone.
be.
What?
Depends on how inspiring she wants to be.
Oh my gosh. Because she's texting other francophone kids,
Yes,
right?
yes, of course, yes, yes. But they do speak English to each other.
Yeah, and probably, I don't know, I'm like texting, like how often do you text in French or English?
Ah, I do a lot of voice to text, so it needs to be in English.
Oh, so annoying. Do you have
Uh,
to change your thing? How do you tell it?
yeah,
I'm
I
French
think you
now.
can do voice to text en français, but I would never do that because I want it to be in English more. I have a few friends, like my mom en français.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeff in
Jess?
English. Jeff would be English,
Okay.
unless like there's things that are really funny. Like
Okay.
in from Seoul, français.
Okay.
Yeah. And more like chiac, like funny chiac. You know what I
Like
mean?
tu excité?
Je suis excitée. Yeah.
Tu, tu.
Je suis excitée.
I learned so
So,
much.
yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
we before we started this podcast, Jose was telling me of the topic, and I said, "Stop telling me the things, and let's just
Okay.
press
Press record.
record." So, talk us through our topic here, boss.
Okay. So here's the thing. My dad, okay, so this morning, let's say I did that routine with Tate McRae, whatever, and like it wasn't people's favorite, right? And I was like, oh, that
Okay.
wasn't our favorite, right? Like even I was like, oh, like I love more of a like a pit bull party type routine, but it's like fine because, and I said, oh, thank you for experiencing that with me. Don't think I'll do it again, but like it was pretty good, like still good music, right? And I said to them, I said, we know we're gonna do it again, so it's like no big deal if it's the one off, like one that wasn't as like, oh, that was right fun, that was perfect, you know? It's like we know we're gonna spin again and we're gonna have another opportunity to party, right? And then I said to them, it's like my dad. He always says this: if we have a meal, let's say we go out and the meal's just okay, he's always gonna be like, it's fine because we eat 30 times a week. Like we're gonna eat again. He's always like had that like we eat again. So why would we make a big deal of this one thing? Like it doesn't like we know we have an opportunity again to make it better to, you know what I mean? He also says like I just like clicked at like wow, like that's the message I've gotten probably my whole like growing up. Like let's say my mom makes too much supper or we forget something like my mom will forget like the heater on. Well, that costs a lot of money. You forget the heater on all night. That is like the propane is on all night. Like that is a lot. Like another
What
Jeff would be annoyed
what are we heating?
like the heater, like the heater,
Oh, the outside
like
one.
the outside heaters. You forget that all night, though. That is a lot of propane money spent. You know what I
Big
mean?
trouble.
Jeff would
Big.
not be happy.
Oh
Okay.
no, big trouble.
Um, so my dad will say, just pretend you were outside. Like in your mind, just pretend that you were outside and you use the
Oh
heat.
my.
Like he'll just be like, just pretend. Let's say we don't finish a meal. My mom makes like a feast and there's four of us and she throws it out, which is sad. I know, I'm sorry, but she throws it out. He'll be like, just pretend you ate it. Like you don't have to finish your meal to feel better. Just pretend you eat it. Just and I love how he's like, just pretend, like as in it's easy, but at the end of the day, it is really mindset and perspective. Like you could just pretend like it's fine. Like let's pretend I ate it so that I can stop the guilt and the shame, right? And so it made me think, is that why I don't think I was ever during my weight loss journeys, because there's been multiple weight loss journeys, you guys. There's like when you get pregnant, you got to lose the weight again. When you like, it wasn't one and done. It really is never one and done, right? Sometimes you gain 10 pounds, you want to lose it again. Like it's like this continuous connection with yourself and what you want, right? And how you behave. And I'm like, in all of my journeys, I really have never connected to the fuck it mentality. Like, oh, fuck it. Like I ate one, might as well eat 10. Like I've never really connected to that. Or even more, the all or nothing. Like I'm very much like a little bit's enough. Let's try it out and see. Like I've always had that kind of like way to be through my weight loss journeys. Like it's never been like, well, if this doesn't work, never mind. Like no, I want this. I'm gonna keep trying. Like, so I'm like, I wonder if it's like the way you're raised, maybe, or a message you were given. Is it also, I'm gonna stop talking after this, is it also abundance versus scarcity? Right? So is it the abundance piece where my dad's given me an abundance mindset in regards to opportunities or different ways to see, like different opportunities? Why do people say fuck it when there's like another meal coming? When there's another opportunity coming? Like there's another day coming. So like there's another tryout. Like I don't know, like it's like I don't connect with that.
Yeah, you're so good with that, and you never have been like that. And I've been the polar opposite. Like I
Okay,
was,
okay, I was hoping you were gonna say that because if
oh
we're both
yeah.
the same, then we don't get to like learn from each other. You know what I
Like
mean?
I feel like I'll never forget the time that I was losing weight for my wedding and I was doing Weight Watchers and we were both teaching at Riverview High and I was losing weight in the most like quick, extreme way possible and I was just dieting.
Right.
And I ate a cookie from the cafeteria and I went to like tell you that I had eaten a cookie and you were like, and
Okay.
and in my mind it was like it's over, like I fucked it up, like
I
might as
remember that.
well might as well eat 25 cookies. I don't remember if I did spiral in that moment. I
I don't think you
certainly,
did, but you talked to me about it.
yeah, like I certainly did used to spiral, but I don't know. I think it's complex and I do think it's for sure what we've seen around us
Yeah.
and our parents' relationship and how they deal with situations, right?
Yeah.
Big time. But then I think there's that nurture piece, that nature piece as well. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like look at Dia, like she is who she is.
Yes.
And I look at my
Always
twins.
say that. I always say that about our kids. Like, we are not our parents, you guys. Our kids, like, we're guiding them, we're raising them, we're giving safe space, security, love, all of the things. But like, they're their own person. Like,
Yeah.
they need to like live their experiences and say, like, that didn't make me feel good. Like, it's all feelings. It's all like how they're gonna like react. Yeah.
So, especially the twins, right? Look at them. They grew up literally at the exact same time, exact same parents, living in the exact same room, exact same classroom, and they're very different human beings. And they deal with situations so differently, so differently. And
I
it's
like, and I know like you wouldn't have to like remind me of that. Like I'm like these, they're so different, and I'm still learning on how they are. Like for example, this morning, that's another example. Noah gets in the bus. He doesn't even like. I thought you would think he's the like youngest one, 4 years, wants his sister to be with him. I thought Noah was gonna be the shy one, the Jeff of the family, like kind of Diaz a Jose more, whatever. But no one's a Jose, no one's a Jeff. They're doing their own thing. Like I'm kind of learning. And so he sits with like these other two little girls that he was in their class last year, doesn't care at all where Dia is. Like it's not, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna sit with them. And then Dia's like kind of like, I'm like, look at Noah. Doesn't even he doesn't need his sister. And then after I'm like, after school, I'm gonna pick up Dia. You can take the bus. Like, yeah, I'm definitely taking the bus with my friends. Like, doesn't and all along I would have pictured him as like I need hand holding. I need more like, but then there's certain situations where Dia's more tough emotionally and he's more an emotion. Like, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
he's way more emotional
yeah.
than I would have expected because he's a little boy. Like, there's just so many things that Dia's more like, oh, I'm so sorry. So tough to get Noah to say sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's like very interesting, but he's more the crier and she's more the like, I am the way I am. Like she's more like this. You know what I said? It's so like, I'm like, but
very different.
more soft and caring. Like we're so complex. So we're not just one thing. And I'm just like learning. I'm just like watching. I'm like, how is she going to react to this situation? I have no clue. Know what I
But I
mean?
do think the back to the fuck it mentality.
Yeah.
I think part of that stems from people being in a rush. People are in a rush to lose their weight.
Oh, there's
And
a lot of
so
history. I see what you're saying. There's history there.
big time. And
Yeah.
so there's layers to it, but it's like I don't want, how long do I need to suffer for? How, like, I want to be thin tomorrow. And so as soon as we do something that is that one isolated incident might be counterproductive to our weight loss journey, we've messed up, right? It's that
It's
like
the messing up. And that's a belief that you think you can mess up. And that's your relationship with weight loss, that it can be messed
exactly.
up. No, weight loss and weight gain is your life. It's how you live your life.
It's your assumption that it's your seeking out perfection or your assumption of what weight loss needs to be.
Okay,
It
so where would do we think that stems from?
diet mentality, a
Diet
hundred
culture, like
percent.
a culture
Diet
thing, right?
culture,
Yeah.
diet culture, and just being so like, like so intense and like this is what I'm doing and I'm doing it. And if I do anything outside of this little bubble, I've messed up.
Yeah. There's also like, and I think that like when we think about it, there's also some people that have that fuck it or like, listen, I'm all about YOLO, like so true. We could die tomorrow. I agree. However, there are some that like all or nothing, even with spending money. Like they don't see the benefits of saving a little bit. Know what I mean? It's either like, oh well, fuck it, like let's just go and then spend whatever. And it's the same for weight loss and weight gain, like or doing any type of exercise, not worth 10 minutes, might as well, whatever. So there is, I think it's a deeper culture thing because it's not just with eating. I think there's a lot of like behavioral, like there should be some sort of like how you were raised and mentality and perspective, but nature as well, like just like culture. And again, I said this to my mom the other day. I said like how you guys like grew up with like no cell phone and like whatever. And then like there's us, our generation leash, like half and a half, like half grew up not really knowing the world we're in right now, but also half with it, like with university and stuff. Then it was started to get, and then our kids are not being raised in the same world as we were raised. So it's like there's a lot of like culture shock as we progress. And sometimes I'm like, have we not moved on? Like it's 2024. Like this is no longer how we either treat our kids or this is no longer our perspective of things. Like it's interesting to watch our culture and the different generations in it.
And I
We're
do
all
think
living in 2020. We're all alive in 2024, but we're all different perspectives and beliefs, you know?
And a lot of it too is just the assumption that to accomplish anything big, it has to be so difficult and so intense.
Yeah.
And, it just, it's like that assumption that in order to accomplish anything difficult, it has to be intense.
Hard. Yeah.
It has to
And
be hard.
if you do that, you're so valued. You're so like, wow, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but there could have been a way for you to actually accomplish the same thing without feeling that way.
Yeah.
So like that's the message, you guys, like where like you could accomplish weight loss without like with little by little whatever, but it's like you've never seen that as being enough. And here's my, I guess my advice would be like tune in. There are certain parts of me that I'm like so interesting that I'm like that. And I'm trying to understand like where would that stem from? And I was like, hey, give an example because I was thinking of this podcast and I'm like, okay, we should definitely be talking about that. But like, why do I feel so connected to women not feeling enough? Is it because I have felt that way? Like I'm so I don't know, sometimes the way I behave or the way I think or my passion with like let women be, let them thrive, let them whatever. It's almost like I grew up in a space that was like so damaging and so strict and whatever. And that's not at all my history. And I'm like, where does this come from? Like, it's like I'm like in my other world. Maybe I was like this woman that was, I don't know, imprisoned.
I
That like,
think that you just see that you think differently than a lot of people and you see the value that can add to your life. And I think you
okay,
see women, like you see both sides with clarity, whereas sometimes when women are stuck, they don't even like realize that they're feeling that way and thinking that way. And I think that you just see so many women that aren't feeling that worthy, that aren't confident, that aren't stepping into themselves, that aren't being inconvenient, and you just see the opportunity there. I think
yeah.
that's I think you just see it with clarity. And so you have this passion to make sure people know what's possible.
Yeah. Yes. And when I think of my like history, I'm like, I definitely had that progression in my own personal life of like, okay, like shit, like you get married and then what? I need to
Yeah.
make supper. Like I don't want to, like what happens, And then like how to step into your person and will people still love you? And will you still be of value if you don't do of value of what society kind of like created for you? Like this is your value as a female 35-year-old mom is you're there to provide, you're there to like make the suppers, you're the one that makes the lunches, you're the ones that and you're like you're the one that cleans, you're the one that this is your role, like these are your responsibilities. And you're like, what if I don't, like what if I'm not happy doing this? What happens to me? And then like I didn't stay in that space long, but it was like very much like, oh shit, like I don't want to make supper to you. Like even before kids, like the supper will not be waiting for you on the table. Like, are you gonna stay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then like kind of growing a relationship in that form. But like it's very interesting. Sometimes I think the biggest, again, advice would be tune into being a fuck it moment. Like, do you have a fuck it mentality? Are you often saying like, oh, I'm all or nothing. That's why I never accomplish anything. And I'm like, that is such an interesting statement to make.
And for me, you know, how I progressed, because I don't think that way anymore. And because I don't think that way anymore, I don't act that way anymore. Right. So, you know, if I used to have like one chip, it would turn into 25. Right. And I don't think that way. So I don't act that way anymore. And what it took was for me to reframe my thoughts. And
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
to challenge my own thoughts. So what was happening in my brain, it was like, oh, you already messed up, mine as well. And so I had to get in there and recognize that thought and say, actually, did you mess up? Like, actually, and when you start to question yourself and you say, rationally, is there a difference between one cookie and 25? And
rationally.
we're intelligent women. Like, we know that. Like, yes, calorically, there is a big difference between putting one cookie in my body and putting 12.
Yeah.
And so just kind of interrupting the thought, act, behavior cycle with me pausing to question my own thoughts. And
Mhm.
then again, I always say this to people, give yourself the opportunity to experience once what it's going to feel like. So there was one time that I broke the actual behavior and I told myself, just do it this one time. Just this one time. Don't let one cookie turn into 10 and see how it feels. And it's uncomfortable. You have to sit with it and it feels uncomfortable because habitually your behavior has always been something different in the past. And then when you start to experience something different, you can start to actually change your behavior.
Okay, while you were talking, all I'm thinking there's is just like there's so much to say. And then while you were talking, I'm like, at the end of the day, it comes down to not just understanding calorie deficit, then it goes to understanding it. I understand what you're saying. Then it's believing it. You can believe it. You can be like, yes, like so many doctors, nurses, uh, health professionals are like, yes, a body loses weight by being in a calorie deficit. Trust me, it's like you can't, there's no denying it. The internet, you'll be like, how to lose weight. They'll be like, well, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Like it's pretty basic, okay? So you can know about it, you can believe it, but until you use it,
And experience it.
you use it. Well, you can't experience it if you don't use it. So fucking use it first so that you can live the experience of being like, I used my knowledge and belief of a body loses weight by being in a calorie deficit by eating one cookie and not 10. Like, so I feel like the minute I really connected to calorie deficit, do you know how much drama and like diet culture behaviors kind of went away? Like so much, you guys. That's why we're like, if you can just believe it and experience it, like having Jessie send me a message, she's like, I can't fucking believe it, Josie. It's so simple. It's like, I love when she sends me her little audios where she has like aha moments. She's like, how can I wake up this morning and be my lowest weight that I've been in forever? And I ate a donut in the hot tub last night. And I'm like, I am so happy you are finally experiencing calorie deficit your way and that you can live that and then you'll never forget that time you ate a donut. Guys, I ate 67 donuts and I was 10 pounds lighter than I am right now. So like it's just it's insane. Like it's not like there's examples after documentary telling you that this is a thing and you're deciding to just put that wall because diet culture was so damaging and so real for so long that your fuck it and all or nothing moments for me being where I am in my journey. I think I'm like, I think you're crazy. I'm like, why would you think that? Like, why would you think that makes sense? Like, I'm like, I don't connect with that at all because I'm so past believing that. I'm so past believing that I might as well eat 10. That's ridiculous. I think you're ridiculous. You know
You're
what I
right, though, bringing it back to calorie deficit.
mean? It is bringing it back. The minute you can do that, it shuts down a lot of what diet culture has taught us.
It's to me, it's like it's actually the first step to because you will even when you do understand calorie deficit. You will still have those thoughts. They will
Oh,
still be
yes, yes, yes,
there,
yes, yes.
but you need that anchor. You need that anchor to bring you back
You need
to
to use,
help you
yes.
to question those thoughts.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean that you'll never like it's a forever journey, right? Honestly, when I want to bring it back, like Alicia said, you want to anchor it, no? Okay. When I bring it back, it all comes down to you have access because you have access to calorie deficit. So shut up, Jose. You have access to whatever you want. And you know that. Like I know that. So now you have to use it. Like it's like I need to go back to that. So if you're listening to this and you are a member of Your Weight Loss and you feel like you've disconnected to the basics of weight loss, you need to go back to Kajabi, look at our courses. That can make you should be watching those videos of how to create a calorie deficit. I think the first of every month you make it a thing. It's November 1st, it's October 1st. I'm watching that video just to anchor myself back to the basics of weight loss and what I want and to make me feel like I have access to it because we lose sight of the how basic it can be, how simple it can be. How's your neck?
Not good.
Okay.
Not good. I'm actually going for a massage today.
This. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
so happy
it's
you're
it's
going. Good.
bad.
Doing something about it. Oh,
Yeah. It
I remember feeling that way. Yeah, plus tana.
it was getting bad last week, and I was really proud of myself that I made a an appointment.
Appointment. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you don't make an appointment, it's not going to just like happen.
No, actually, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Listen, before we wrap up, I need to celebrate with you that we just had our first person purchase Your Weight Loss for 1 year, covered by insurance.
Just got a text from our naturopath. Is that what I'm seeing in my inbox? And I'm like, I think so.
We did it. That was a lot of
Wow.
time and energy and focus, and a lot of like to get to
Wow.
this place is a big moment.
It is a big moment to have that. Congratulations. You've got a student in your weight loss insurance covered. Oh,
So
wow.
if you guys will
Thank you
just
to that member. You should
huh?
get a prize. Thank you to that member. Get a prize.
So, guys, so if you're obviously if you're listening to this, you're listening to this. But your weight loss is now covered by insurance. We have a naturopath on staff, and this is a service that right now we are offering. Making sure our current members are able to access this service first. But by the time that you guys are listening to this, who knows?
Send us
Um,
a message.
Send us a DM, Jose or I,
Yeah.
and we'll let you know if we have some spots available for you to take advantage of this service. But this is like a moment in your weight loss history, and we are experiencing it together.
Oh, I know. I'm like, this is a big moment. When I had the team meeting last night, I'm like, guys, it's a good day for your weight loss today.
Yep, it's a good day.
It is a good day. All right. Well, that was amazing. Thank you everyone to celebrate with us. That was so good. I'm so happy you celebrated online while we were recording. Okay. Well, bye everyone. This was a really good chat. Some good reflection to leave you with. As always, that's what we do at Your Weight Loss. It's a mix of reflection, strategies, mindset, everything that you would need to really shift your perspective, challenge your thoughts, and also make behavioral changes for you to get the results you want. Okay, bye.